Jewish Trinity is really about how the Old Testament gives us indications of what we would call as Christians a Godhead. The idea that we're familiar with in the New Testament, that God is one essence but three persons. There are actually indications of that in the Old Testament, and some of those places that you'll see it are pretty surprising. A little background story to this as to sort of what prompted me as an academic, as a scholar, to get into this field. When I was a graduate student at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, one summer I was privileged to teach a course to an entire group of Jewish people. I didn't know at the time when I walked into the classroom that everyone was Jewish, but I was asked as a graduate student to teach a course on angels in the Bible. And part of that course, I got into the material that you're going to get into in this course about how the God of the Old Testament could be more than one person, even showing up as a man, and in some cases, appearing as a man and as himself at the same time. Again, these sort of Godhead things that we associate with Jesus and God the Father. And during that course, with all those Jewish people in there, I had one lady afterwards come up to me and say, you know, I'm Jewish, I'm not a Christian, and I've always wondered about how Christians can accept the Old Testament and the New Testament and accept Jesus as God and still be worshipers and believers in the God of the Bible, the God of Israel, the God of her Bible, the Old Testament. And that sort of, again, put me on a road to really wanting to focus on this because it has real value to help Jewish friends in terms of evangelism, because a lot of them really stumble over this idea. They really feel, the Jewish people I've met anyway, really feel that they can't accept Christianity because it's like polytheism or something, that they can't accept Jesus as God and still feel loyal to the God of Israel, the God of their fathers. This course helps you deal with that question and with a whole host of other questions.